Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. We are starting week 4 of our virtual remote learning. Like, how amazing is that? They say that it only takes 21 days to create a habit. So I think we're getting this done. Thank you guys so much for going in every day and clicking that green button. And thank you, that green I'm present button on focus. That helps us to know that you're online, that you're doing the work, that you're seeing what is expected of you. That's really important. And don't forget to check every day when you're in focus, when you're checking that green I'm present button, to check your teacher's newsletters, because they might have some fun things for you. So go ahead and check those too. And I'm so proud of the work that you're doing with iReady and with the world history and the Florida science. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I'm really proud of you. I am so excited. I love hearing about how you guys are calling your friends and you guys are working together when you get stuck on a problem to solve it. And I love hearing about how your older brothers and sisters are helping you to figure out how to answer this question. My favorite though, my absolute favorite, is when you guys call me and we get to work on it together. That is the most fun because I miss you. And so it's really fun to actually go through the lessons together and work those out. So if you get stuck on a lesson, call me and we can work through it. Any lesson, reading, math, world history, science, and I would love to know what book you're reading. I would love to know what book you're reading for your 30 minutes of everyday reading. I'm reading 2 books right now. One is called Peter and the Starcatchers, which is my all-time favorite feel-good book. It just makes me feel good. And the other one is The Alchemist. Oh my goodness, this one is, I just lost my page. I'll find it. It's a really fun book. So I would love to hear what you're reading for your independent reading time. And if you just want to call me and talk to me about it, tell me about your book, I would love to hear about it. Because you know me, I love to reading all the time. So speaking of reading, okay, this week in iReady reading, we are going to be comparing and contrasting. Oh my goodness, we have done that since we were very little, and we had to compare and contrast the different things about ourselves and our classmates, ourselves and our teachers, and just even within ourselves, even we did a lot of comparing and contrasting. So I'm going to review with you some things about comparing and contrasting, and then I want to go over some terms that you're going to encounter in your iReady reading lesson this week. So make sure you can see this. Let me know if I'm holding it too far, too close. Okay, so when we compare, that's where we show how things are the same. They are alike or the same. So when we contrast, that's showing how things are different. So comparing is the same, contrasting is the difference. And we hear that all the time. Like, I ask you different things about in your reading, when you're reading 2 different texts and you have to compare how the author's point of view changed or was similar or how it was different. I ask you all the time, will you please compare and contrast? So I was really happy with this lesson because I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. They're used to this. So you guys are gonna do great. Okay. They're also gonna mention an iReady genre. And I ask you, like, I will even ask you when you call me about what book you're reading, what genre is your book? Is it fantasy? Is it science fiction? Is it realistic fiction? And you guys can talk to me about that because I love to hear about your reading. See how I keep telling you that? Yeah, hint, hint, hint. Okay, so this one, the genre, it is a category or a kind of literature such as adventure, fantasy, mystery, or realistic fiction. And realistic fiction, that's a fun one because that's a story about an imaginary character who could have really existed. If you're writing a story about a child that is going through what we're going through right now, you know, and it's not really you or it's not really anybody you know, but if you talk about the experiences that you're having and you put it towards that character, when somebody reads that story, they're going to be like, oh, so that's what happened during that time, because it's an imaginary story, but it could have really existed. So that's why it's called realistic fiction. I know, you're like, that doesn't make sense. That's an oxymoron, realistic fiction. But it just means it's not a true story, but it could have happened because the events are surrounding the story, or the events that the character is in are real. So that's why it's called realistic fiction, because it's not true. Okay, graphic novels. Now, a lot of you guys have read graphic novels for your reading choices before. Graphic novels are stories that use pictures and words. Oh, and these are so much fun because sometimes the pictures are black and white, and then all of a sudden they're color. So that really shows like, oh, this happened, that this color was added here, so it showed that it was a significant event in the story. Graphic novels, they use both pictures and words to tell the story. And then we have a folk tale. A folk tale is a story that is passed down from generation through generation, usually from grandparents or from even old generations like Snow White, that actually started as a folk tale in Germany. You know, so different stories are passed down through generations, usually to teach a lesson, but we can all learn. Learning is important for all of us. I'm still learning every single day, so. All right, the next one. Oh, this is a word I wanted to talk to you about. These are 2 vocabulary words. We have illuminated and faint. And look at this faint. There's an E there. No, I didn't misspell it. Yeah, I've been known to do that. But this one, this is exactly how it's spelled. All right, and we're going to look at that because it's different than the other kind of, fainting. This is a different kind of faint. This is illuminated and faint. Let's look at our sentences here. I want you to use the clues inside this sentence to try to figure out what the word illuminated might mean. Read the sentence. The path was dark, but I could see clearly once it was illuminated. Okay, so the path started being dark, but then I could see clearly once it was illuminated. Why could I see clearly? Like, what would happen? All right, so then illuminated. Which of these words do you think in this sentence gives you the best definition of what illuminated might mean? Yes, clearly. So illuminate. I'm going to try to do this without showing you the answer to the next one. Ta-da! Illuminated. That means to light up, brighten, or to make clear. So the word that we saw in our sentence, clearly, that helps us understand what the word illuminated is, what the word illuminated means, okay? Faint. Here's our example. We moved a feint to the left and a leap to the right to hide our real motives. I don't really like this sentence, but this is one that I took from the story. So let's look at this again. We moved a feint to the left and a leap to the right to hide our real motives. What word in this sentence do you think is going to give us the clue to find out what feint means? Let's look at this. Well, we know it's going to be a leap, so maybe, and there's moved, right? And it's to hide our real motives, so maybe we're moving to be kind of sneaky. Moving to be kind of sneaky. Moving to hide our real motives. Let's see if we're right. Feint means a movement made in order to mislead an enemy. Yeah, you got it right. Feint is movement to mislead. Illuminated means to brighten, to make clear, or brighten. Oh my goodness, I can't read my own handwriting backwards and upside down. I'm just kidding. Not quite. Okay. Look at the next one that we have here. These are just some general reminders when you are completing your lesson in iReady. Make sure that you click on the audio. Now the volume is going to go up and down. It's going to go from loud to quiet. It's going to be really faint, a different kind of faint with an A. It's going to be really soft, and then it's going to get loud, and then it's going to get soft, and then it's going to get loud. And you're going to think, do I need to charge my headphones, or is something wrong with my computer? It's not. Because for the last 2 weeks when I've done the iReady lessons, it's gone in and out. So it's okay. So if you see that happening to you, that's okay. You can call me, but let me just tell you that it'll be okay, because when you hear mine doing the same thing, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what mine does too. Okay, all right. And then also click on the blue words for the definitions. Now it makes me really sad to tell you that there are no Spanish definitions in the quiz. It was really sad to hear that, but they are on the other stories. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about, because we're comparing and contrasting literary text. So the next two things we're going to talk about are autobiographies and biographies. We're going to compare and contrast autobiographies and biographies. So we're going to compare them. We're going to see how they're the same, and then we're going to contrast them. We're going to see how they're different. So first of all, we have to know what an autobiography is and what a biography is. So let's look at our words. So we have autobiography. Auto means self. When you do something automatically, you're doing it. It's just self-starting. It starts by itself. Automatic. When we talk about bio, that's life. When we study biology, that is the study of life. And then graph. That means to write. And in this case, we're talking about a story. So it's a self-written story about a person's life. Let's look at the definition. Oh yeah, it's the story of someone's life written by that person. It's a self-story about that person's life. Autobiography. Autobiography. Look at our biography. Biography means, bio again means life, same thing. Graphy means written, and in this case, story, same thing. The only thing that's different here, the only thing that we're going to contrast here is that this is a biography, this is an autobiography. So an autobiography is written by that person. A biography is a story or an account of a person's life written by another person. That's the biography. Autobiography is when it's written by themselves. Here are some key points to remember when you're looking for comparing and contrasting an autobiography and a biography. An autobiography, that's first person. The pronouns are going to be I, we, me, my, and our, and there's a lot of other ones, but those are just the ones that are really quick. They're in our story on iReady, so I wanted to make sure I included those. Thank you, Miss Elliott. You're welcome. And then also, this includes information only the author knows, such as memories, feelings, or thoughts. Now, when you're writing a biography, you can include some of the memories that a person might have shared, but when a person is writing about something that happened in his own life or her own life, she's going to share and express emotion. She's going to share and express feelings and personal memories, personal thoughts about what was happening at that time. So when you're looking to see, oh, is this an autobiography or a biography? If it includes memories, feelings, or thoughts, it's going to be an autobiography. And it is written by the person who the story is about. Yeah, auto. First person's point of view. Okay, now let's look at biography. Biography, okay, that's going to be third person. Here's the first person. This is biography. We took out the auto. It's going to be third person. The pronouns that we're going to use here are he, him, she, her, their, his, all right? And this often includes data and research, up to date research. Like maybe this was written a long time ago. If we're talking about Helen Keller, all right? She's going to have information that is about her life, her thoughts, her feelings, her memories, all right? But if an author's writing about Helen Keller, an author can use research. He can use data to help go back and have up-to-date information in this story about Helen Keller. Okay? And it also includes information usually about how this person, the person that they're writing about, how they impacted society. It could be for the better or for the worse, but how that person impacted society. That information is also included in the biography. And this is written by another person. So let's look at this. Okay? Autobiography is first person, biography is third. This one includes pronouns such as I and me. This one is she and he. This one has memories, feelings, thoughts. This one includes data, research, impacts to society. First person written by that person, third person written by another person, autobiography and biography. You're going to see when we're doing our comparison and contrast on iReady that they're going to use a graphic organizer that shows how they are the same in the middle. Story 1, or the autobiography, is going to be on this side. And then story 2, or the biography, is going to be over here. And these are facts that are unique to story 1, or the autobiography. Feelings, memories, thoughts, emotions. Both of them. That could be dates. The day they were born, the day they died, the fact that he was the 26th president of the United States, the fact that Helen Keller was blind and deaf. That it can be included here. This one right here is going to be unique to story 2. It could have research and data about how that person impacted our society today. So, when you are going through iReady, I want you guys to remember that if you take the quiz and you don't get a score that you're happy with, which would probably be like a 70 or above, please call me. Text me. If I'm on the phone with somebody else, I will get back to you right away. So text me, email me, call me, and we can go through and do the quiz too together. I really liked the stories this week. And yes, I gave you a little spoiler. Like, I am the worst about spoilers. So do not ask me about The Alchemist and what it's about, because I'll tell you the whole entire story because I love it. And Peter and the Starcatchers. If you ask me what it's about, I will tell you, because I don't know. So anyway, I want to tell you that it's about Helen Keller and President Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. So it's really cool because you're going to see some really fun, interesting stories about real people. Okay, so this week is week 4, April 20th through the 24th, 2020. I know, I don't even know how many times I've said this, but it's been 17 minutes, so probably 17 times. Call me, text me, email me if you need help. We can go through it together, okay? Awesome. I miss you guys. I will see you guys soon, and check out my next video because we're going to be doing math, data displays, okay? All right. As always, you guys, stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.